So I told myself I was going to be reading more. And I started looking up stuff on the Galactic Federation because I was reading this book about, them crossing the ice wall, whatever. So I come across this document right while I'm like searching for like stuff to read because, again, I'm trying to get out of TV shows and stuff and just like start reading. And I'm kind of interested in like just uncovering some shit. So this document is called The Timeline of Earth's Era. It basically talks about the different eras that have happened on Earth going back 330,000 years before like Genesis to Christ. So I read this document, y'all, and really my mind is blown. So I just want to cue y'all in. Y'all tell me what y'all think. All right, so the first era is called Before Atlantean Era. And this is from the Galactic Landed and Earth Settlements to Conqueror's Era. So approximately 330,000 years before the Christian era, which is Genesis to Christ. So they talk about the construction of Earth. After the creation of Earth near the central sun of the Milky Way galaxy, it was hauled and towed to Sirius, which is Sirius star system, for the installation of the ice canopy that will cover the Earth, which I'm assuming is the ice wall, and then was brought to the solar system that was located near the edge of the galaxy. This talks about the people who actually came to settle here. So these were all members of the Galactic Federation of Light. So they were from planet Lumar, which is the Lumerians, the pioneer civilization that settled in Eurasia region to Pacific region. Sirius star system settled in some parts of Pacific, India, and Africa. Palladius star system, original occupants of Atlantean region in Western Europe. Arcturus star system settled in Scandinavian region, Eastern Europe and Russia. Alpha Centauri in South America. Andromeda star system settled in southern Europe, and then Lyra star system in Arabian region. And then at the bottom it says they brought the animals and plants from their home planet. They installed all the pyramids on Earth 100,000 years before the Christ era. All right, so the second period is from the arrival of the Atlanteans and their conquest to Earth. So 8,000 years before the Christian era, which is Genesis to Christ. So Atlantean era, arrival of invaders and conquerors from Atlantia, Anunnaki, Nibiru, Orion, and Draco. All of these people are not a part of the Galactic Federation of Light. It says Atlantean conquest of Earth. They took the Earth by force and destroyed the peace on Earth. They started a thermonuclear war between Atlantis and Lemuria, destruction of the Earth's ice canopy wall, global flood worldwide, ancient civilizations destroyed, all the cities built by the galactic settlers were wiped out. The goal of the conquerors to own Earth, to deceive the whole world, and to make humans slaves. In the Cliff Notes, it just says that the people of Pallades in Sirius star system brought dolphins, whales, octopus, sharks. So from the last video, basically what I was saying was that the beings from Pallades and the Sirius star system brought whales, dolphins, octopus, sharks, and like all kinds of fish from their home planet here. Now, I thought that was interesting because I just watched a documentary on the History Channel that said that octopus have 18 strands of alien DNA that we cannot identify. So the next era is the before Christian era, and this is from Genesis to Christ. It was a 4,000 year period. So Genesis era was after the war between Atlantis and Lemuria. So what was happening was genetic manipulation of all humans to reduce lifespan, genetically modified humans, replenishment of all human, animal, and plant population, restoration of Earth and its atmosphere. The campaign to lie and deceive the whole world has begun. The cover-up to erase the historical past of the Earth has begun, brainwashing people of the world to start eating animals as part of tradition. The start of Anunnaki cities like Sumer and Babylon and ancient Iraq. So Sumer, where we get cuneiform from, the first like written language, Sumerians. That's what they're talking about. And then it says replacement of kings and queens of the world with reptilian aliens. The start of weather manipulation to subdue people of the world, Noah's flood, which was Middle East only, not global, the start of Judaism, introduction of religion and capitalism, enforcement of taxation. So the official start of seeding, planting the earth with beings from various worlds as human incarnates. This time, however, the human body and DNA had been genetically modified, which serves as a challenge for the galactics. They will have hundreds or so of lifetimes until redemption. So the next era is the Anunnaki era, from the birth of Christ to December 21st of 2012, which was the end of the galactic age. So the Anunnaki era is the secret infiltration of Grecian and the Roman empires in the rest of the world, the formation of religions by deceptions, which is one, Christianity, Catholics and Protestants, and then Islam, Muslim faith. It says religion and capitalism are the main tools used to control and deceive the whole world, both based on illusion and conceptual lies. Religion de-empowers people by making them believe they are powerless without worshiping a God. It deceives people to think they need it to be saved from wrath of God. And then capitalism, it enslaves people, wasting much of their lifespan for money that was created out of thin air, which is fiat money. And I talk about that when I talk about the law. There is no real money. While making those who printed the money richer and powerful by keeping it all to themselves, thereby creating an illusion of lack. At the bottom, it says the start of the banking industries, creating an illusion of fiat money, currencies, creation of central banks, installation of puppet governments, the start of private corporations, and artificially created diseases. So if you didn't watch the first two parts, go back. So I left off with the end of Anunnaki era, and we talked about that was the start of the banking industry, the creation of illusion-based fiat currency and money, which is our debt instruments, which is the Federal Reserve notes that we use, which is cash. The creation of central banks, installation of puppet governments around the world secretly. Like I told y'all in my other videos, the federal government is just a corporation. And it's a corporation that we are not shareholders in. So we don't even know who these people are. They're just some third party. The start of private corporations and artificially created various diseases, right? So in this new Earth era, which supposedly started January 20th of 2014, and it's going to go on until eternity, it's 1,000 years of light and onward to forward. So it's the era of Galactic Federation. So the return of the Galactics, their mass landing and the gathering, also known biblically as the Great Harvest and Redemption. The Great Harvest is the earth was seeded with beings from various regions of this galaxy and beyond. They will harvest their people who incarnated on earth, who have grown, matured consciously, and who are spiritually ripe. The gathering is the reunion of families in their own twin flames coming from various star systems. And then the redemption, the book of Job is the oldest book of the Bible. He too mentions that he is looking forward to the future redemption while he travels or sojourns from one lifetime to another until he is redeemed by those who brought him to earth. So that is the full document. That's the timeline of Earth's era. I know there's been a lot of people online talking about New Earth or whatever. So I just thought that that was neat that I found that. And then also it ties into the stuff that I talk about in the legal field because it kind of lets us know when all that started, which I already told y'all 1933. So boom.